Coming to you from the beautiful Lakewood Reserve here in Knoxfield. Welcome to another Noel Jones Wantirna Market Update.
Well, we're here today with Tanya from Mecca Property Styling. Thanks for coming on, Tanya. So Tanya recently styled one of our properties that went to auction a couple of weeks ago. It was 3 at 14 Margot Street in Ferntree Gully. We had a really good result there. We had two bidders that really sort of went head to toe. At the end, we sold it for $60,000 over reserve, which is a really great result. We actually hit a record there. So Tanya, talk us through that experience in regards to that home.
Yeah, well, we were referred to the client at Margot by the agents at Noel Jones Wantirna, and so what we did was touch base with those clients and spend some time with them in a consultation kind of process where we walked around the property and tried to navigate the space and imagine how potential buyers might want to feel in that space, how they might want to use the space, and then our job was to go back and design the space utilising perfect furniture and soft furnishings and artwork to unify the space and give it a nice feel on the photographs and also when they were inspected.
So Tanya, what would be your tip for vendors that are thinking about potentially styling their home for the upcoming selling season?
Great. Well, they've got nothing to lose by at least touching base with us and getting a consultation to give some advice. We can do that by wandering through their home and seeing what might stay and what might go, so that they can look to present their home in the very best way for their marketing campaign.
And what's one mistake that you see quite a lot of when people do decide to style their own home?
The biggest mistake people might make is not viewing their property as a potential buyer. They view it as their own home, and therefore clients often perhaps leave too much day-to-day products within their home rather than presenting it and removing themselves from the property. And that's probably one of the best things you can do if you're in the market to sell.
So Jess, that was some really great advice from Tanya from Mecca Property Styling around presenting the home for sale. And just around that, we're meeting a lot of vendors at the moment that are actually thinking about putting their home on the market early next year. Jess, what was your advice around that?
Yeah, well, look, our advice to any vendor that is planning on putting their home on the market towards the start of next year is definitely have us out. We'd love to give you some advice on presentation with Mecca, as well as taking some photos, because throughout that Christmas period, we do find quite a few buyers that might have missed out on homes throughout that spring selling season, and some of them don't go away. So sometimes it's a great opportunity for our vendors to secure that buyer and to get a really good result for our owners.
Correct. You don't necessarily have to put the home on the market, but we do find it's a very frustrating time of the year for buyers who want to buy, but there's nothing to look at. So if we've got some photos to show them and a floor plan, there's a great chance that we can get them there to the home and perhaps secure you an excellent buyer over the Christmas period.
So keeping that in mind, we do still have some dates available towards the end of the year. The market is still really hot, and there's a lot of buyers that are missing out on a few property of ours. So if you are thinking of putting your home on the market before Christmas, please give us a call and we're more than happy to help.
So Michael, October was the busiest month that Noel Jones Wantirna have had since we opened. We had 8 auctions scheduled, and something a little bit different at our auction at Harold Street on the weekend. Michael, what happened there?
Well, I was calling the auction, I was doing the preamble, and we had a bidder literally walk up out of her car, walk to the front door and ask for a contract, and she put a bid in at $850,000. We passed the property in, there was only one bidder there, and we managed to negotiate that buyer up $100,000 to $950,000. So not all auctions will sell under the hammer, sometimes we will pass them in and negotiate behind closed door. So it is important that if we do pass the property in, we have a great negotiation strategy. We had another fantastic auction at 81 Silphide Way in Wantirna South. Dylan, do you want to tell us how that went on the day?
Yeah, sure. We're really lucky to work with some great people, Michael. So we first met David and Susan about 5 years ago when they were first thinking of putting the home on the market. They weren't quite ready, so we kept in touch. And they took on all our advice, presenting the home, marketing it really well. We had 2 bidders fight it out on the day and sold well above reserve for $1,036,000. So that allows them to sell up, move down to the peninsular area where they're going to be closer to the grandkids. So really excited for David and Susan there.
Well, we hope that you found that helpful. If we can be of any assistance, please don't hesitate to give us a call, and we look forward to seeing you soon.